Hey guys, how are you? This is Jenny with tHEARTistry, and today I'm going to be making paper roses. I have another art class on Monday that I will be teaching. The last class that I had was a success. It was a lot of fun. We did fabric pumpkins. I don't have a sample to show you because someone decided that they really wanted my pumpkin at the end, and I couldn't say no to them, of course. So I don't have a sample, but I have leftover material, so I'm probably going to make another one just so I have a sample, and I'll probably post that online too because this tutorial, I did a sewing tutorial for the fabric pumpkins before, and I came up with a different one, a no-sew tutorial, and I actually like the no-sew one better anyway, so I'm going to post that later. But first, I wanted to show you this project that I have been working on for the past couple days. And I've talked about it before, I have been working on a costume for my niece, and let me show it to you right here. It's a Harley Quinn costume. And I'm really happy with it. It's almost done. So here is the shirt. I need to go buy some buttons and finalize this. But look how cute it is. It's got the cute little collar, and it's got the red and black checkers. And I made this based on a picture that my sister sent me. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure I have it saved here still. Here it is. So this is the picture that she sent me. This is, she's like loving this right now. This is really popular for her. And so I kind of just figured out the shirt and the pants, and I based this, I've got it upside down, this shirt off of that. And I did the little, I looked up a tutorial on these puff sleeves, and they're super easy, and they come out so cute. So love that. I did the pants as well. I mean, these are just, the black and red. Can't believe how skinny she is. These ankles are like, I can barely fit my wrist in this. But she's only 7. She's gonna love this when she sees it. So all I need now is to get the buttons and then also do the face mask. And those are probably going to be really easy and fast. So I just wanted to show you that is why I haven't been streaming. I've been working on that. So let's see. The school has provided me with some materials, which is great. So I'm checking out what they gave to me, and this one's an exact vellum Bristol. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to open this. I'm still trying to decide exactly what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to teach paper roses, how to make paper roses, but you obviously want to put them on something. So I was thinking either a thank you card or almost make it into like a hanging picture frame or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just gonna test some stuff out and see how it comes out. So I like this paper. It's a little bit thicker. So this would work. It's still a little thin for a thank you card. I have this box of thank you cards that I have from before, and these were a gift to me, and I've got a ton of them. Oh, actually, no, I've actually used some of these up. But there's still a lot of them. So I was thinking, these are so small actually. I probably won't use these. I was almost going to say what I could do is use these and, put a few flowers on them, and that could be one item. But these are so small. We'll see. I feel like you need to I might have to make my own card. So for the thank you card, this is a pretty large card. Just fold that in half. But although this is really big to use as a card, it also gives you lots of space to decorate. So, and I've got tons of the paper now, so I think I'm going to go with this for the card. And let's see what colors they got for the construction paper. Okay, so making flowers, obviously. Let's get some red, green. I have some green that I've already cut out here, so I'm going to use that. Green, red. I've got a little pink over here that I started. I tested this out already, but I didn't love the way they came out the first time, so I think I'm going to do yellow, orange. Do I have orange? I do have orange over there too. And that's it. Darn. Okay. Well, still good. Okay, so I'm just going to start cutting because this is just me testing stuff out anyways. So I do want to measure this though. Get an idea of around how big this is. This is almost 2 inches. Let's just make it 2. And there's multiple ways you can do this. Hi, everything is going well right now. I don't know if you guys just signed on, but I was showing my Harley Quinn costume that I made for my niece, and it came out pretty well. That's why I haven't been streaming for the last couple times. But here it is, in case you didn't see it. It's super cute. So, it's got like the little puff sleeves, and the pants. I mean, these are just like kind of standard pants, but it would be hard to find this at the store. You wouldn't be able to buy this really. So I just need to put the buttons on, and yeah, I had worked off this picture here that my sister sent me. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, but that is what I've been doing the last couple days. I've been doing well. I had my art class on Monday and it went really well. We did fabric pumpkins, and I don't have a sample because somebody asked me for if they could have my sample, and I couldn't say no because, you know. But I'm probably going to make another one. So my next class, I'm going to be doing these paper flowers. And I'm kind of just testing this out right now. I've done this once before, but I didn't love the way they turned out. That's why I'm not showing you that one. I'm just getting an idea of like what I want to do. And the ones that turn out well, I'm going to use as a template. That one, not yet. I haven't finished it, but I will get to that once I have a little more time. I want to make sure I have this done because I have another class coming up on Monday. So I'm going to do this first, and then once I finish that, then I'll go back to that. I have so many art projects like in the middle and I haven't finished because I have so many requests. I have like tons of requests. I'm like, get in line. Okay, so I'm just cutting out a petal shape. Let's see, and that's 5 petals. I think I need more. How have you been doing? So I'm just going to keep doing this. I wanted to cut a little extra because if this one, I'm going to do 1 extra petal, and if it turns out well, I can use that petal as a template later. Oh my gosh. That's a very long time, 14 hours. I don't think I've ever had to work that long. I've done like 11-hour days, which are already torture to me. So yeah, I don't know how you did 14 hours. Yeah, I used to have this job for 4 years, and it was normal to have a 9 to 11-hour day and pretty much like almost no break. You just like scarf something down during your break. Like a sweatshop. But that's kind of what inspired me to pursue something different. You know, when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work as much. I mean, I feel like super busy every day, but I love what I'm doing and I'm extremely happy and I could do this every day. Yeah, I mean, if it's just a one-time thing, then that's great. Mine was every day, Monday through Friday, pretty much wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work. It was like I was like turning into a zombie. Oh. Oh, were you in a TV shoot? That's pretty cool. Is that what you do? Yeah, and if you actually really enjoy it, then, you know, it's worth it. Okay, so now I'm going to make a smaller petal to go on the inside. So this was 2 inches, and I'll just do 1.5. Oh yeah, TV commercial? Were you in a TV commercial? Because that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna make it, like sometimes you just gotta wing this because if you try to make it look too perfect, um, it doesn't look as realistic because, roses aren't perfect and they're beautiful already. So sometimes it's nice to make it a little different. Each petal, like having each petal just a little bit different. Okay. I remember I worked at this sportswear shop long, long time ago, and they were filming a little like, I don't know if it was a commercial. I don't know if it was kind of just a video to show interested customers, but I think it was going to be a commercial. And I worked in like a little boutique shop in the gym. And when they came to film the commercial, they asked me if I wanted to be in it. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'd love to be in it. I was behind the counter and they would just come through the store. Yeah, they ended up not using me because I'm not used to I was like really young. I didn't know anything about being on camera and I was just acting weird. I'm sure they're like, no, this isn't going to work. So they ended up using someone else. Okay, so this is the way I've seen it. I've seen people like cut a little slit right down the middle and then use glue. You kind of twist this and just glue it on each other and that creates that shape. So I usually use a hot glue gun, but I know that I'm not going to be able to use a hot glue gun in my class. So I'm just going to have to use this regular glue, which is good because I can test it out and see how well it stays. And it stays fine. So I'm going to I want to make one flower this way. This one is a little more tedious and takes a little more time, but it has a different one than the rose, and I want to make at least one of the roses too. The roses are much easier. Oh, this one doesn't stay, see? Yeah, I would think usually they would have, I think they were on a low budget, and that was years ago too. Although it was a really nice gym. Like, I remember one time Dennis Rodman walked in, and I was like, that's Dennis Rodman. Like, I think that was the only time I had ever seen, and he was really popular at that time too. Yeah, so I didn't say anything to him, but he was in the store where I was working, and I was like telling the guy, "Oh, go help him." That's Dennis Rodman. And then I think we had a bunch of Angels like team players come in too, but yeah, I'm not like one to go crazy over celebrities or anything like that. That's good. Yeah, it depends on how you're feeling about it. Like, if you're really unhappy, don't waste your time anymore, you know? But if there's something you really enjoy and love about it, then yeah, you should just continue doing it. I mean, I really liked real estate, and I loved what I did is I used to prepare contracts, and that sounds ridiculous, but I actually really enjoyed that. I enjoyed preparing contracts. Like, that was fun for me. I loved reading about real estate and like the price of it, and um, learning about different properties throughout the United States and what they sold for. But it's just the particular job that I had, or most of them were really stressful. There was one one that wasn't as stressful, and I wish I stayed at that job and I didn't, but that's okay. I feel like, I was led to this place somehow, and it's working out for me. No, I didn't go to design school. I went to UCI and I majored in art there. And when I got out of school, I had two job offerings. One was in with a digital arts job, and then the other one was a real estate job. And I took the real estate job because it paid way more. Oops. And yeah, and that's just how it worked. And I ended up really liking it, and so I just kind of kept pursuing it. And yeah, yeah. But now when you're young, you can kind of handle certain amount of stress more. And then as time goes on, when you're constantly stressed, like 4 or 5 years of just stress every day weighs down on you after a while. You just can't like handle it as well anymore. Some people handle stress really well, but I mean, like there's a good amount of stress, and then there's like an amount that just is starting like is detrimental to your health. Okay, so this is going to be the outside. So I'm just going to keep gluing the edge here and then adding a petal next to it like this. What I want to do is I almost want to trim some of these so they're a little different instead of having them all the same. Maybe I'll do that at the end. Art was kind of something, after I got into real estate, art was something that I did for fun on my spare time. And I just got to the point where I'm like, I could do this full time if I could get paid at it. What I was trying to do is I was trying to keep a part-time job in real estate. All right, bye. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Yeah, I was trying to keep a part-time job in real estate and then try to do this because I had started an Etsy shop and I was trying to push that a little more and have, extra time to work on that. Because with my real estate job at that time, I had no time at all to work on any of this stuff. That actually isn't bad. That came out good. So I'm just going to do now, I have a bunch of extra ones here, and I can use that to make a few extra flowers. But now I'm going to do the second layer. So let's see, I only used 5 petals. Probably only going to need 5 more for the next row. So I do the same thing. I'm just going to cut this. Then right now, most of my students, I'm in an older adult program. So I try to keep these projects to an extent where it's not too hard on your hands. I mean, for my sake too. It's funny, this one of my coworkers asked me to crochet something for him. I know, it's like this little, it's from a movie, some like little CP something. It's not Star Wars though. It's something I had never seen before, but I told him I would make it for him. But then yesterday he was like, oh yeah, art is so unnecessary, which is true. Art is unnecessary because you don't need a painting to hang. That's true in that way. But then I'm like, well, if it's so unnecessary, I'm not going to make that thing for you anymore because you don't need it. It's because it's unnecessary, right? He's like, no, wait, I still want it. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's something that you want. It makes people happy. So Okay, so now I've got 5 of the small ones, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I'm trying to think, I'm going to have to be showing a group of close to 20 people, maybe more. So this is really small. Like, this is probably going to be hard for them to see. I'll have to think of how to, I almost have to go to each table to do it, but that would take a while too. Wish I had some, like a large projector that would project my hands, kind of like, maybe I could use OBS. Yeah, I think I can try to use that, but then my laptop is small too. I would need to get a monitor. Okay, so these are not staying that well. It's probably because I've got too much glue on my hands now. So this, I've got to let this dry. You almost need like a napkin. I should have brought a napkin. I usually have one because my hands are sticky, so it's sticking to the paper, which is causing it to peel off. So I'm gonna go get something to clean my hands. So I'll need to think about that. Maybe just providing a paper towel for everyone with a little water on it. Oh, see, it fell apart. Maybe I should use this glue instead of the glue stick. Try that out. I just thought it'd be too much glue. And it is a little too much because it spills over. Try to put really little, just a little bit first. And it keeps falling apart. This glue is not great. That's why I like to use hot glue, because once it touches, it's glued on. But it's not like I'm going to have hot glue guns for everyone, and I don't want anyone to burn themselves. I'm going to try to let that dry for a little bit and see if that stays. And then I need one more layer to go. Yeah, I love that. It almost needs a layer in between, I think. So I almost think what I should do is do a couple circle like this. And then maybe that. I think that will probably work a little bit better. Okay. So I'm just going to do one with 3 of them. I think that looks a little bit better. And then I want to do some smaller ones. So this is 1.5. Let's do 1 inch. Get an idea of the size of this, and I just make it a little bit smaller. During my part-time job yesterday, I always take a 15-minute walk with a bunch of my coworkers. And we were talking about, they're always asking me, like, did you stream today? And I'm like, no, I couldn't. I was busy doing something else. And but they love to, like, listen to, like, what I'm streaming. And we were thinking about ideas. And what was that called? There is people are like streaming themselves eating. Like I guess this is like a popular thing now where all you do is you're just eating and you're streaming it and people watch it, which I thought was really odd because I'm like, why would you watch someone eating? But I think it probably, I don't know, came about like maybe it's related. Some people love taking pictures of food and posting it, and maybe it kind of spawned off of that. But yeah, I was like, yeah, you guys should come over and we'll just stream ourselves eating and see if anyone like actually wants to watch that and see what happens. But then I'm like, wouldn't it be much more fun to stream ourselves eating and then have a food fight? Because I've never had a food fight before. I've always wanted to be in a food fight. Like, I just want to take like a pie and smash it in someone's face. So I'm trying to convince them to do that now. Because you can't have a food fight by yourself. Okay, these are really small. Okay, so I might save, I think I need to do one more layer of this one. This is a good size and just make it a little bit smaller than this. Going I think I like made it just, it did seem kind of small when I was cutting it, but you know, this is the whole point. I'm testing this out. I think that's a good size. It's just, actually, I'm going to make it a tiny bit smaller. I think I can still use these tiny ones at the end. Okay, let me try this glue stick one more time and see. The glue stick works a little better for the petals on the inside. I think this Elmer's glue works a little better for sticking the layers to each other or sticking the petals together. Okay. That works. I'm trying to think if I should make, need one more. I think 5 for each layer right now is a good amount, but I need to make 6 so I have a template for later. I have to just kind of clean off my fingers every time when I start this part, because otherwise these petals stick to my hands. So I'm just going to dab a little glue and then hold this down. Okay. So let's see how many layers. 1, 2. Kind of want to alternate the flowers. 3, 4, and I think that's good. I'm going to close up this rose. I'm trying to think what I should put in the middle. I've seen them do this. I've seen some videos where they do this thing, and I didn't love it, but let me see how it turns out. We just cut like a strand of paper and then just cut the edge. I probably could have folded this and cut the edges too. Would have been faster, but let's just see what this ends up looking like. I tried this once and I didn't like it, but I think maybe I should, kind of try to curl the edges a little bit. And then they just twirled it around, rolled it up. And then maybe just push these down, see how that looks. Let me glue this. See, I don't love that. That just doesn't look natural. Actually, it's all right. I think I can mess with it a little bit and make it look a little better. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, but I'm gonna put this together now. I'm just gonna put glue at the bottom. And then start my layers, and I'm just gonna alternate the petals a little bit. And glue. Keep alternating. Oops. Sticking to my fingers again. How am I going to show this to my students? Like, this is so small. I really need to think about that. I almost have to go to each table to do the tutorial. Is it choppy again? I know we changed it last time to make it not choppy. So I am on Wi-Fi, but I've got good Wi-Fi And last time what we did is we went to settings and we went to output and we changed the bit rate to 2500. And then you guys said that that was better, but now you're still saying it's... Yeah, we changed it to 2500. I wonder if I should change it again to even lower. Let me know what you think. 1000? Is that better or is it still choppy? You have green box down OBS. What's green box? What do you mean? I don't even know what that is. Green box? Oh, like my street. Oh, okay, got it. Thank you. You know a lot about this. Do you stream regularly? Because how did you... I never even realized that green box at the bottom tells you how your stream is. Like I was always on Twitch looking at stream health, but I mean that doesn't tell you the green box helps. Oh, okay. You've been on Twitch for years. Well, thank you for helping me out. Thanks. I'm still like learning all this stuff on Twitch and on OBS and okay. I think I'm just gonna glue this on. Yeah. Actually, I might even... Nah. I was thinking I was gonna use these small ones, but I think they're too small. I am Taiwanese. I was born here, but my parents are from Taiwan. I was born in the US. You're like, you don't know what here is. Born in the US, my parents are from Taiwan. My dad actually was born in China, but he moved to Taiwan at a very young age. Yeah. Don't ask me to speak Mandarin though, because my Mandarin's pretty bad. I'm still working on it. I took a couple Mandarin classes, but it's more like just like needing to get used to the different language. You have to actually use it every day in order to kind of get used to it and kind of learning to be confident. I took Oh shoot, I can't believe it's already 1 o'clock. So I'm going to do the rows and then I'm going to stop because I didn't realize how much time passed. And I have a doctor's appointment I can't be late for. So let's see. Just make the rows is super easy, but I am going to again make a template for later. So this is my template for later, and you just cut in a spiral. I can add some bot commands like your social links. Yeah, you told me about that last time and I still haven't looked into that. I'm not sure what, I haven't had time to do that. The bot commands. Okay, and so I'm probably just going to be cutting a spiral like this. This is super easy, and then just rolling, starting to roll. Just going to keep rolling the paper to make a rose. And I think this is probably the easiest way is just to hold the ends and then just hold the two ends and keep rolling this around. And then what I do, I'm just going to put a little glue at the bottom of this. And then I'm just going to put it on a piece of this paper. And kind of let it unravel a little bit. Actually, I think I needed a larger piece of paper. I'm just going to do it here. Need to put more glue now. Pacific Standard Time. I think it's Pacific Daylight Time right now. I'm in California, so I think it's Pacific Daylight Time. Yeah, Pacific Daylight Time. Okay, so that's the rose. It's super easy. I'm going to make a bunch of those. I should probably let this dry first. What I need to do is let this dry first. But I'm going to make a bunch of the roses, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a card out of it. So I'm going to finish that later because I got to head out to my doctor's appointment. So thanks for watching, and I will check out the bot commands because someone else has talked to me about that too, so I need to figure that out. But have a good day. Talk to you later.